timid. Is timid the right word? Timid. Like he doesn't want
timid.
to. He doesn't want to be near the other two guys because he realizes he's fucked up. But he feels guilty more so than he did it wrong because, well, if you paid attention to Crewfix, he has a gambling addiction and he needed his fix. And the only person who's willing to play with him is the gnome, and the gnome has no, like, he won't play because he doesn't have any money. And that's kind of, it's more of that guilty sort of thing. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's coming to the late evening. You've bottled all the beers. It's coming tonight.
Beers. We're making beer
It's whiskey.
now.
Sorry,
Sure.
whiskey. Sorry, bottled all the whiskey. Bottled all the whiskey. Yeah, shut up. Adran, can you roll me a perception check, please? And grab my notes. Perfect.
That is an 18, I think.
Okay, you are convinced. You can feel the winds picking up. You know, it's been 2 or 3 days of really bad winds, but the wind is picking up, right? And you might have a storm tonight. Would you still give up and hand it over to one of the lads and go for a nap, or what would you do? The wind is now just as the sun's coming down. It starts to get like a heavy wind. It's you can't put up all your 3 sails. You can only put up 2 of them. Otherwise, you might rip off your sails because it's too strong, and it seems to be gaining. Would you still go for dinner, or would you continue on the helm?
The weather. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my camera. The weather's bad.
The weather is turning stormy.
Yeah, then we'll slow down. We're not going for food until the storm is over.
Okay, so it's dinner time, and obviously someone's gone to make dinner. Usually you would get Alice to do it because he does a good job, but at the same time it puts him out of the way. And he does an adequate job, not good. He does an adequate job, and it means he's out of the way and he's not pissing everyone off. The wind just seems to get worse and worse. It's starting to creep up and up and up and up and up. Would you call for help? What would you do? Like it's going to start storming, basically is what I'm saying. And it's going to start storming soon. And it's just everyone's gone down under to the 2nd floor to have dinner. So are you telling them to get up? What are you doing?
Yeah. Shout at them all to get up.
Okay.
Yar, it's getting stormy. You're gonna have to put your dinners back and then come and give us some help with the ship.
Okay, so who would you get to do what? And this is important. So you can
I don't know anything about piloting a bloody ship.
Obviously, I'm going to help you now. So you've got 3 sails, so you can have 1 person per sail, right? Obviously, because that would mean someone could tighten and close them. You've got someone to go make sure that the ground, the floor, each floor could be. It's not going to, like, if you get a bang of a big wave, that you don't have a hole or a leak or anything like that. So you could send someone to each floor.
He's trying to sink us. Okay.
You could send someone to the what's it called? What's the thing at the top of a mast that you can look around?
Crow's nest.
Crow's nest. You could send someone up to the crow's nest to see if there's a place. If it's nighttime though, so they're not, unless they have night vision, they can't see very far. But you could see if someone can see a place with camera sees. You could have someone run around the ship and make sure things are tied down so they don't get rolled around and they're not going to smash. That for Adran, or not Adran, Iberus. Obviously, you're going to see that the wind is the ship is starting to like rock. So I presume you're going to want to check.
I am running
bottles.
down to the whiskey and making sure that everything is set up and not able to fall. Stuff like that.
Can you roll me a D20 and add a let me check this one. Oh, thank God it didn't lock me out. Insight? No, insight seems wrong. No, determinant, the truth. Yeah, so
what is it you want me to check?
Well,
Because
you're trying to see if you can, like, if they need to be tied down, that you can tie them down. So I want something with Dex, but Dex doesn't work because you also need to understand what's going on.
Yes, so I would say wisdom, survival.
Yeah,
Because
survival.
It's not really survival, but it's more, the idea of if stuff is going to be bad.
Yes, 100%. I'll agree with that one.
Sure.
That makes sense.
That'll be 8.
Okay.
Not that it, yeah.
You can see that nothing's tied down, and you don't know how bad a storm can get, so you may want to call for help. But Adran, back to you really quickly. Who do you ask to do what? If anyone. You've got three sails.
Remembers.
You've got three. Well, you don't need to say. Well, you got John, Doug, Alice, Hellkeep, and the 2 lads. But you've got 3 sails, goods, and you've got Crow's Nest. If you choose to use that, you have more crew than you've got more crew than tasks. But Adran is said he's running straight down to his whiskey.
Wonderful. Yeah. John, Doug, Alice, grab the sails.
Okay, I'm gonna put them on each sail.
Means I can keep the Alice in the line of sight. Won't do anything silly.
Okay, I'll put Alice in the one closest to you then.
That is stupid.
So we say this one.
And then it was just a case of checking the ship for anything else.
Doing a point, yeah. And the 2 lads will give you, like, I think, like, all your sails will be put down, except the smallest sail, because there's too much wind, it could break a mast. So the idea is that you can just get the wind, and you need to be able to, like, move to the left, move to the right, and you're gonna have to get the guys to, like, you know, in Sea of Thieves, where you move the sail so it catches the wind better. You need to try and, like, use that to, like, follow the waves and move down. So we will be making a roll for you, and we will have the lads help with that roll. Don't worry, you're not gonna.
The ship
Hopefully, we don't smash the ship up. But gnome, what would you get, or what would you ask the gnome to, or what would the gnome do?
Yeah, the rest of you, make sure everything's tied down below deck.
Okay, so no.
Keep an eye out for leaks.
What would your first port of call to check?
I'm gonna go and tie Hellkeep down. No, I'm not.
You could. I was like, it's perfectly reasonable considering he's robbing people.
He's a liability.
I'm gonna check that the staff and stuff is in the right place still. That hasn't been moved because of the. I guess the ship's moving about quite.
Yeah, so you're gonna
frantically.
So
and also
your hammocks, by the way, it's not that they've
stolen it.
Sorry, yeah, but your hammocks. Just before I'll get to repeat that in a second, but your hammocks have like a pocket sort of thing where you can like put stuff in and flip it over your hammock bit, so like you sleep on top of it. So like there is like a pouch that keeps your stuff in your hammocks secure to a large extent. You can like there is a bit of rope that you can like weave in, and that will lock it if you want to just go lock everyone's stuff. I don't know if you use marquee tents, but they have like these ropes that like it's a hook, and then you grab the next hook and you put them all through, and it creates like a really tight net, basically.
No, but we'll do that.
Okay, and then you're gonna tell So Hellkeep is in that area at that time. Do you tell him to piss off and do something else?
I guess I tell him to go and make himself useful.
Okay, well, I presume because you would have heard the whole he was robbing from people before, that you don't want him near everyone else's stuff.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
he
and you
should be
said
left alone.
Yeah, and you said you're going to look to make sure your staff and stuff is safe as well.
Yeah.
Cool. That's important for me, so that's cool. So Hellkeep runs downstairs, and he will ask Eberus, does he need any help?
I probably do, but how have I managed to store the bottles?
Well, you've put them, so they have crates, and the crates are 3/4. So you know the way a crate has the grids inside where you put the bottles. So it's 3/4 tall, and then the next one fits on top, and it's 3/4 tall of the bottle. So if the bottle's 30, it won't be 30 mils. I can't work out numbers right now, but basically it's 3/4 of the top for the actual grid, and the next one fits on top. But there is some rope around, and what you think you should do is try and find anchor points.
I ask Hellkeep to go upstairs and grab all the unused beds or the bed sheets and stuff like that, and like you use that as some kind of not suspension, but you know, like to remove impact and shuffle around for those. as
okay.
well as trying to tie down the different crates.
Cool. And you rolled a 13?
An 8.
An 8. Can you roll another one? Because I'm going to give you an advantage for coming up with an idea.
That'll be I believe it was +3, so that's 9.
Okay, I thought that was a 9. I thought you were going to +3, 12. Okay. Adran.
Yeah.
It starts to get extremely bad. Can you roll me a D? Let me check what this tells me to roll. Because there is a saving throw. Can you roll me a flat D20? Horseshit, that's stupid. Oh.
I don't like that roll. Can I re-roll it?
You technically have no, yeah, sorry.
The stream can't see it, so I don't know.
Good. I'll re-roll it.
No, it was a 1. I saw it was a 1.
You didn't.
I did. I went to
No,
Discord.
it's a 1 and a 4, makes it 14.
It's a 4, but the other 3 lads helping on the sales are going to roll to see if they did anything better to rescue your 1. Well, that's not good. Alice is being Alice, by the way. Oh my god. Right. So, Doug, seeing that you're struggling to hold the wheel because you're being sloshed and everything, sends John up to help you with the wheel because you're struggling. Just the sheer force of the water is stopping you moving the wheel to the left, or to, like, if you're trying to move it to the left, it's like the sheer will of the water is stopping you, and John is now helping you hold the wheel so you can go straight. Doug is now manning 2 sails, but he's told John to rip up his one and then rip up the one in the middle, so you've only got the smallest sail left, and it's at half mast, so it can grab as much wind but have the most flex so it can't smash your sail. Basically, John and Doug have saved your fucking ass, and they're now, without overriding your information, they are doing their damnedest to get through this to this thing. Gnome, can you roll me a D20, please? Just a flat D20.
18.
18, perfect. You hear a small sort of sound. It's coming from the other side of the ship.
Small what?
Like it's an odd sound. I'm not asking if you want to investigate it, but it's small, like sort of sound, and it's coming from the other side of the ship.
All I hear is silence.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Well, the mic's picking it up quite. But basically, it's like it's a whistle sound, but like it's not really a whistle. It's got some sort of like spit in the whistle, and it's coming from the other side of the ship. Do you go and investigate?
Yeah, why not?
All the sails, but all the hammocks at this stage are wrapped up. Cool. So, when you run down, so which one of the 3 rooms would you check first? The other hammock room, that's kind of like a second in charge room, the infirmary, or the storage room? Which one would you check first?
Sorry, the other hammock room.
Well, there's a hammock room here, and there's a infirmary, well, what you use as an infirmary, and there's the storage room at the opposite side. Which one of the 3?
I'll check the hammock room, the infirmary, then the storage room, because there's more likely to be people in them in that order.
Well, there's no people, do you? All know they're upstairs. But anyway,
Well, I don't know, do I? I'm looking for people in case they're stuck.
Sorry, I need to roll time. Oops. Well, that's true. It's a bit of a panic now because you're in a massive storm and the ship's feeling like it's gonna fall. Okay, so you check the other room and you check all the walls and you don't see anything, and you check the ground, and after about 3 minutes, you walk into the this room, the one with the infirmary room, and you notice there's a small leak. Can you all roll me dexterity saving throws, which I believe the monk and the rogue have advantage on because, well, not advantage on, but you have proficiency in, so you get plus whatever your dex is.
Plus more.
Yeah, plus more.
17.
17. Gnome. I think it's 4 plus, so you get +6 on your roll.
Am I rolling too?
Yep. Yeah, but you get plus your dex, which was 4. You don't have like different classes
got
have
a
different
6.
advantages. You got a 6? Okay. No?
Dex +1.
Sorry.
Dexterity saving throw. So it's +6 for you.
17.
So 7, you're fine. You almost slip, but you're fine. Sorry.
Well, I rolled 17, so plus.
Yeah, +6 is your grand. You feel the ship like getting really sideways, but you can hold it. Sorry. Ebrus, what you get?
17.
17. You're grand as well. Alice almost falls flat on his head, but kind of like he's holding the rope and kind of does like a flip and lands back on his feet, burning his arm up. He's got a massive carpet burn on his arm from the rope, or rope burn, but he's fine. Adran, you fall prone on the ground. You're going to be gone for this round. Let's see how bad the wind gets. You're going to be shuffled to one side or another of the ship. I have to figure out which side that is. You are now plopped. We're going to put this guy here and Alice here, because Alice went to the middle. Sorry, the middle one was this one. And Doug is doing this. So you've got help. So it might be more dangerous for you because there's just stairs behind you and all that stuff. But we'll come back to that. So Alice, fine. Almost, it does a 360 flip, but it's fine. John, grand. Doug, who's also with you, also falls prone. So now I need to roll which direction you go. So 1, 2, 3. Where's my D4 gone? Where the fuck is my D4 gone? Christ. I had my yellow D4 out and now I don't know where I put it. Oh well. Oh, there it is. Okay. You fall this direction, smashing the pole. Can you? Oh no. Okay, you're gonna smash this pole. Adran, you're gonna hit that pole. 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna hit the side, but the pole is gonna take damage. I'll come back to you to see which way Alice goes. Alice
I
and
am
Doug.
so powerful, I can damage the wooden pole.
If he doesn't want to get the same number constantly, Keith. Okay, Doug went the other way, hitting the pole and landing over here. Right now, no one is controlling the boat. You take... And can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please? See if you hit your head too much and pass out. Adran.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll me a
He's
Constitution
passed out, he
saving
hit his
throw?
head.
Oh!
See
saving
if he does pass out.
30.
13 plus con, which is 2, 15. You're good. It's a massive bang and you have a ringing in your head. You also look up and you can see the eye of the storm, or the center of the storm, is like, you're heading, let's say, you're heading southwest, but if you head slightly more west, you would head to the center of this storm. So southwest is somewhat safe, or safer somewhat. I'm just letting you know that now, so when you get back on the helm, you can tell me if you change direction, because I want to know that on your next round. You take 2 damage, so you're on 16.
Hooray!
And Doug, how much damage does he take? He only takes 1 damage. Oh, does he pass the Constitution saving throw? He does as well. Bum bum bum. Gonna do this, make my life easier. Cool. Oh, John and Doug, they both passed. They did nothing. They're just trying to man the thing. Everyone has passed everyone's passed their dex saving throws. Who did pass? They haven't been hurt. So, Gnome, how do you think? What's your plan for repairing? You see a small pinhole leak on the side of the ship.